of money more than humans.
And water it down. Let me second on that and water it down because the dude got money.
Yes.
He's not accounting.
We think he got money. We think he got money.
Hood money.
You think he got money.
What they say? Hood rich.
Right.
Because you actually touch on a couple things that must be second on. One, I coached for 10 years.
Yeah.
The youth. At the time, I was at probably the peak in my career doing real business. And I remember at the time my ex-wife saying, yo, why the hell you want to coach kids? I looked at her. I said, first of all, that's what got me here. Someone took time out of their day to make sure I went to school, played basketball, went to college, whatever. So how could I not do it for free? Went over ahead at the time, probably why we're not even together. I'm going to tell you because I lost a kid 20 years ago in a fire with her parents. And I promised my son when he was alive, he was only almost 5 then, that he loved basketball. Put me everywhere when it comes to basketball. I said, when you get old enough, I might coach. He said, you think you're going to coach me, Dad? I said, I'll coach you if you want me to coach you. He said, all right. And I promised him that. So I felt like I had to fulfill that promise.
Absolutely.
It actually was the most fulfilling thing in my life to this point.
Wow.
Fuck money, fuck everything else.
No, that's
the most self.
I do it now, so I know.
I know your face.
Yeah, I do it.
I already know.
You gotta know yourself.
I already know, but I just didn't want to get to that part yet.
Yeah, I love it.
But I went from coaching inner city kids, the Bronx and Harlem. I'm talking about the Misfit crew. They gave me the Misfit crew. The youngest kids
That's what
from
you
8
want.
to 12. They said coach them because nobody else wanted them. Technically, that's what it was. And I remember calling guys that I knew and programs that I played for growing up, and they didn't have a space for me. So these are the only people that had a space for me. And I took the kids, and he gave me 2 months to get ready. And he put us in a tournament. He's like, yo, man, we ain't got no tournaments for you. We ain't got no tournaments, eh? Bad News Bears is what I had.
Basically.
And he said, I'm going to put you in this 14 and under thing, but they're only 12. I said, yo, we're going to get slaughtered. He said, nah, you're not. I said, you know what, you're right. Hold on a minute. Give me a couple weeks with these kids. And he took us, the first tournament we went to was Kips Bay up in the Bronx. They had a little tournament up there. And went in there, junior high school tournament. And I got a certain control with kids, and it starts from practice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't realize at the time how important I was, and I'm going to give you real game. When I was calling these kids for practice, I wasn't calling their mothers and their fathers. I was calling their grandmothers and their sisters and their brothers. And I'm sitting like, bro, most of these kids didn't live with their parents. Other people were taking care of them. And we talking about, I'm in the projects, the places in the projects. So I had to catch myself because I'm sitting there watching the behavior of the kids. And I'm from the Bronx. I'm sitting like, I know these kids. That's me when I was a kid. I got to give them my all. And I really had to take some time with them mentally. Forget the basketball part. The mental breakdown and build them back up. And I take them to this tournament, and we played actually the number 1 team in the tournament, the first game. Ironically, they set us up. And we scrapped with them from beginning to the end. We lost the game by 4. But they should have lost the game to us, but we were young. And then the next game, they made us play back-to-back.
Oh, yeah.
And we win the next game, and everybody looking like, hold on a minute. He talking, these kids is like on attention. Like, if I clap my hand or say certain things, they already know. Because I trained them in practice.
Discipline.
After that tournament, the director comes to me like, yo, what the fuck you did with these kids? I said, what you mean? He said, you did some shit with them that nobody else could seem to do all these years. I said, well, first of all, they didn't respect them because they were young. They just was the back guys on the end of the team, whatever. I took those guys and made them players. Not because they could play, because they believed they could play.
Right.
I made them believe they could play.
That's right. You
So-
don't always need a star.
That gratification of seeing me like, all right, this nigga's got a Range Rover. They could come to my house and eat with me. They saw someone that wasn't doing nothing illegal
Right.
giving back.
And that's believe it or not.
That was the biggest thing.
That was the biggest thing.
Yes.
Believe it or not. And I always preach this to mothers and kids. Your kids aren't out of control. Your kids don't have
Discipline.
Right,
Yes.
they don't have no discipline because there ain't no man there to tell them. Instead of run it's bad because listen, I got kids. I got 11. Yes.
Stay away from him. Stay away from him.
And you know it's crazy because
Cameraman start shaking.
Let me tell you, it's crazy because like some of them don't even understand. Like I got those broken bonds with two of my boys. You know what I'm saying? And for the understand, they don't get it. All right, my oldest son, we got a little tough love, but at the end of the day, we have problems, we have issues, and the problems and issues sometimes be because I don't think he understand the type of man I am. You know what I'm saying? He don't understand I was a street nigga.
I understand that.
He don't get it. Yeah, daddy was a street nigga. That's now he just love life. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
So it's the biggest problem is like even with mothers, the mothers don't explain to these kids that, yo, yeah, your dad wanted to be here, but he didn't want to be with me. So I made it a problem for him to be with you. And
they don't get it.
They don't get it. The kid just be thinking, oh, my dad don't want to fuck with me. No. Your mom was so into us. And it's not a problem for a black woman to love a black man so much.
Yeah, of course.
But gonna chop the pops down, at least explain to the kid the truth. Yo, yeah, your dad was trying to come get you every year. Yeah. Your dad was trying to come get you for the summer. Your dad wanted to spend time with you. But because I felt this way about your dad and our relationship, I kind of threw monkey wrenches into that shit.
How could they do that though when they didn't understand themselves?
Yeah, they don't. They don't. But you know what? But a lot of problems today with boys is that they're being raised by their mothers and they're emotional. See, a long time. The one thing I remember about my mother, God rest her soul, my mother used to tell me, life ain't fair. My mother never told hands to God, my father never did nothing for me. That nigga bought me one pair of Pro Wing sneakers from Favors, and I wouldn't wear them shits because my mother always bought me Nikes. So when he bought me them shits,
I was like, you know the type of time.
And you know what he said? He literally looked at me like, boy, you ain't grateful for shit. And I'm just like, but my mom's don't buy me these shits. Like, well, but as a grown man now, I understand what the fuck. His anger was, I'm trying to do some shit for you. My situation was shit, man. My moms don't do this, but it's so now you get older and you start to understand it, and you grasp. I grasp it because I look at my kids and I be like, yo, you can get anything in this world from me, as long as I got it, you can have it. But it also comes with a respect level. Just no matter how you feel about me or what you've been told about me, you're supposed to be like, yo, that's my dad, and I gotta show him a level of respect because we both men. So let me show my dad that respect so he'll understand that I'm here.
I want to say something on that. And me, I've been a father since I was 17. I'm one of the very few men that I know that I got full custody of my son. My son been living with me for years. You know, my son's mother, in most cases, men don't get custody of their children.
Right.
I got full custody of my son.
Right.
I'm talking about whenever she want to see him, I have the grade. I raised my son for the last 7 years by myself. No money from her, nothing. But I'm going to be honest with you, and this is me being fair. I wasn't the same father I was when I had him. And I'm going to be honest with you. There are moments he could look at me and be like, you wasn't that great of a dad.
Yes.
Because I wasn't that great of a man.
Yeah,
See, like I got a 6-year-old.
Right.
Yes.
That's real gaming.
That's real gaming. My 6-year-old, right? My daughter. I got 2 kids. I got a son and I got a daughter. My son, we've had these conversations, and I've spoken to him like, yo, Nate, his name is Nathaniel. I said, Nate, he's in the senior year of high school. I said, Nate, I owe you an apology. And he said, why you say that, Dad? I'm like, Nate, I wasn't a good father. Right. Because I didn't grow up with a father. I didn't know what a father was
supposed to be.
But then my daughter, now my son sees me as his hero.
Right.
But my daughter, she only knows his hero.
Good father, right?
But I also had her in my 30s.
Right. When you understood more of a being a man, it was the same person.
But luckily, he's mature enough to understand that. But now this is me speaking about your son. Your son gonna have to understand that himself. You can teach him, yell at him, scream at him, tell him
all you want.
It's on him.
Right.
He has to come with that.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, all you can keep showing him is, I've grown. It's on. But some people, they hold grudges for life.
Right,
it's just who they are.
Right.
You know, and again, what she could have said at that moment could have been his development stage. And she could have hindered his growth by telling him the bad things about you that may not have been true.
True. Right.
But yet and still, it crippled him in your relationship.
Right.
You understand? My brother going through that now. And I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, we may look at people for what? Like, face value. And as a father, we assume our children, they'll get it later.
Right.
But at the same time, it depends on what she told him.
Right.
Because, yo, bro, if your most vital moments is between the ages of, they say between the ages of 5
and
and
7.
7, like 16, 17, that's your growth.
Yes.
So that moment right there determine their character. So it's like now you have to restructure a person, but that person got to find it themselves. All you can continue to do is be who you are.
Right, exactly.
Be who you are.
Exactly. And it's crazy because like I got different baby mamas, so this is rough. This is go rough. I got 9. Yeah, it's rough.
That could be a major issue.
Ladies,
come on, don't forget. Hey, you know what's crazy? They already know that though. I'm telling you, if they know me, they already know my situation. But look, watch this. It's crazy because it all leads back to the black man being in the home. What we, it's kind of hard. You know what? Most of us didn't have a father figure around us. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. 80% of black men today didn't have a father around us. So you know what? It's hard to know,
like us
right?
Because they don't have fathers.
It's hard to know what a father is supposed to be.
I didn't realize like I said, the magnitude of it too, Coach.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is I had my stepfather, which is my biological real father to me.
Yeah.
And he's the man that took the time to even give a word. It wasn't even maybe the time. Sometimes it was the words.
Right.
And their parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we must teach our daughters how to deal with men.
Right.
Because and that she learns that from dealing with her father. Of course. You know what I mean?
And that's that's a big thing with my kids because my sons always say, you don't do shit to them when they fucking up and being bad. But it's different. I try to explain to him.
Yeah, you can't go outside the
ass.
He'll get it later.
Right. And 3 of them live with me.
My son probably understands.
But my son, he said that all the time. Oh man, Dad, when it comes to the girls, you just be letting them get away with anything. My daughters talk to me crazy. I be having to look at them, gotta give them that real, like, yo, you
that's their emotion.
And then they'll calm down. But it's rough.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you took a platform and you took a bunch of men who are quote unquote ideal looked at as super masculine, you know what I'm saying? And they start breaking themselves down and start speaking to the youth this way, you can reach them. And the reason why I say that is because I remember when I was in prison, I was in the church and I was sitting there listening to the gangsters nigga on the compound, nigga named Blaze, wild, cutting everything. You know what he said? He said, I was a sucker. And he said, I only picked up my gun because I was scared. And he said, but the fear turned to me being more violent and more violent. And when he said that, it registered to me. I'm like, yo, bro, a lot of us will never say I was a sucker.
Right.
Most niggas got them guns because they can't fight. Let's just tell the truth.
That's real shit. Real
shit. So it's just like,
you know what's about that? I ain't never seen a motherfucker that could fight just pick up a gun first. That came second or third.
I want to see your age right now. If you don't tell me, you used to say, put up your dick beaters.
Yeah, you can't fight.
And I learned that.
Put up your dick beaters.
Not my brothers. I learned that from my
streets.
Yeah.
And my cousin.
Yeah, you
gotta learn that shit. My uncle and my cousin, we all are the same age.
Yo, you know what? And you know what's the biggest thing for the younger generation is they so scared to lose a fight. My thing is, I take an ass whooping every day just to get up and go ahead and fight again the next day. They so scared to just be like.
See, the key is not to violate.
So what?
And that's what dudes gotta learn. You fight a dude, you wear him out.
Super blood. You couldn't tell me shit. I was super blood. Super blood.
Heard you.
I had a ponytail. I thought I was from Cali. You couldn't tell me nothing.
That kind of messed me up because when he started talking politically correct, I didn't even know it was the same.
People couldn't get it, bro.
That's what he just said.
What he just said is 100% right. These people now, they ain't taking no ass with
Nah, they ain't taking no ass.
Like, I fought people before, and the next day we shook hands. Like,
it's not romantic.
And you gonna say I know me and him got
That's our era, though. That's our era.
Yo, I had to tell a young boy in my shop the other day, right? So I'm sitting there, we chopping it up. He was like, yo, Q, you a big nigga. So if you ever touch me, I'll boom the shit out of you. And I said, then my brother put so much goddamn money on your head, you can't even live nowhere. And your whole set is on fire.
Right.
I said, it's 30 of y'all niggas.
Right.
Y'all ain't got enough money to disappear. I said, come on, my nigga. I said, yo, young brother. I said, yo, bro, you listening to this music? It's fucking and I feel so bad for y'all, bro.
It goes back to those airways.
Now you gotta go to prison.
Yeah.
We're all on airways. We're all electric.
You gotta fight in prison.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta fight. Nobody want to hear.
Nobody, right.
Nah, it's lit.
Nobody want to hear that shit.
Lit.
Yeah,
nobody want to hear that.
I'm gonna tell you the craziest stories, bro. In my prison experience, bro. When I came out of Nassau County, I went to Brooklyn, D.C. After I went to Brooklyn, D.C., I went to Cumberland, Maryland. They moved me to FCI Cumberland, Maryland. Mm-hmm. And when I got to the spot, I ended up meeting a dude from New York. When you walk around, there's a badge on you. Yeah. And the badge is like, it says numbers. If you ask me tomorrow, what's my number? Ask me a year from now, 719-063-053. I can't forget the number. I said it too much. It's stuck in my head. I've been home 10 years. I can't forget it.
Right.
Remember, I went to the feds as a kid. I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, remember, this is 10 years ago. I'm 35.
Right. So
I'm 24, 25, 20. You know what I'm saying? I went like 21, 22 years old.
Right.
I was a little kid. And they didn't even know no better. Technically, I ain't warned the Fed beat, but at the end of the day, it's what it is. Long story short, when I talk to people, my man said, he said, yo, do me a favor, young. He said, what you about to do? I said, I'm about to go to the shower. He said, nah, you don't know. You going with shower shoes? I said, yeah. He said, you bugging. I said, what you mean? He said, it's lit. It's lit. He said, you got to know where you at. It's lit. He says like that. He says like that. He said, yo, you tie your boots up.
Right.
And then you go to the shower. I stand in front of the shower like this and hold you down. I says like that.
Respect.
He said,
yeah. That's a good game. That's a good game.
But here's the catch. Coming home, like I told a guy the other day, we was having a conversation. Yo, bro, I own multiple businesses, bro. Multiple businesses. I'm trying to teach black people how to understand investing is not getting more jobs.
Right.
That's not investing.
Right,
That's you getting a job.
Right.
So there are a lot of, like, for instance, my
to
barbershop is a business. My barbershop warrants me to have a job. My real estate office, it works whether I'm there or not.
Right.
My nightclub, even worse. I don't have to ever be there.
Right.
And then I also own a pharmacy.
Right.
I own 10 houses, bro.
Right.
10 fucking houses.
Right.
And when I tell people my story, they're like, yo, I'm like, bro, let's go do a fucking tour. What do you want to do? We're going to go from my barbershop. Then you're going to go to the studio. After you go to the studio, we're going to go to my fucking nightclub. We're going to drink. And then afterwards, we're going to beat off in all my houses.
Right.
Bring a bitch. We go to each house and have sex.
Right.
But here's the catch. I don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
You know what I care about the most out of everything, bro? Is teaching people how to think bigger.
You know why you feel like that?
That's all I care about, bro.
You know why
I don't care about nothing else.
You got hit with the game.
What?
You just spoke about it.
They overloaded you with it, and you got to
get
it.
They gave him the essence.
They gave it to him so
you got to give it away.
He said to me, you know what it is? 90% you got 100% of people, right? 90% of people are followers. And the sad part is the 10% that are leaders, they're using it for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
And they teaching these kids fucked up, bro.
Shit,
And it's bad. Yeah. So now you got programming of thinking wrong.
Now you know it's so crazy because just take that right there, what he just said.
He's right.
Somebody gave him game, right? This is the reason why.
What the OG's supposed to do.
But watch this.
What the OG's supposed to do.
Right. Watch this.
They gave me crack. They gave me guns.
Watch this. This is the reason why the history is here from us. You see how you could tell one person something, and then they want to give it to everybody else. So just imagine if we had this years ago.
Well,
we wouldn't.
You know what's crazy?
I'm
gonna tell you what's crazy though.
I used to be scared of the OGs.
We had the OGs.
Get the fuck off the block.
We had the OGs. They protected us though. They kept you off.
Right.
He wasn't hearing them then. He didn't hear him till he got to prison. And he had to hear him.
There you go. You know Munch?
That's what he said.
That's my cousin. That's who I grew up under.
Munch
from Westbury. Yo, Munch is one of the well-knownest bloods in Long Island, period. And Munchie really, anybody know Munch, they know Munch. They just know who he is. Yo, bro, and this is what I grew up under.
Right.
That nigga used to make you fight. You had no choice.
You gotta fight. You gotta learn it.
But here the thing is, that he didn't teach me nothing. He taught me how to go to jail, bro.
Yeah.
And I said, yo, I tell him that all the time. He said, you taught me how to go to jail. Yeah. You taught me that, bro. You prepared, yo, bro.
You prepared me for jail.
No, listen to this. You got a son.
Prepared me for life.
No, but if you got a son, he's overly aggressive.
Right.
There's only one outcome on that. Either death or prison. Or you better make that nigga play sports.
Yeah.
It's one of the three.
Yeah.
Because he has to at least release that aggression.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of dudes who are really depressed. And then you have more women these days who throw it in their face when men tell them their issues.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
Well,
the world is twisted.
Let's touch on that topic.
It's
upside down right now.
It ain't the world.
No.
It ain't the motherfucking whole world though. It ain't the world. It ain't the world. That's us.
That's not a woman.
Just listening to his overall story and what you said, 90% of people are followers. I agree with that.
For sure.
But with hearing your journey, how you mentioned you had an open mindset and you applied the right tools to how should I say this, to progress. You can go to so many people and talk to them, but do they have an open mind? And to hear you're open-minded. How do we make more people open-minded to progress?
I'll show you how. The problem is we spend too much energy trying to reach the masses. You need to reach one at a time. And when you reach one at a time, you reach the right one. See, the problem is you go in a room, you give a lecture in the form of 20 people. Yeah. Is that one person sitting in that room, you know what you just did? You just lit a fire in it. See, I own a barbershop. I have a room full of kids. I own my shop. Remember, I had it for 11 years, 10 years.
Yes.
I'm 35, so I had it since I was 24, 25. I came home, bought a shop in 8 months.
You're still young.
And when I'm sitting in this room, I'm like, why am I trying to reach all these little niggas? You can't. You
can't save everything.
You just cannot. It's impossible. If a person is not coming to you, they're not calling your phone, they're not chasing behind, leave them alone. Leave them alone. And you have to be comfortable knowing you cannot win over everybody. Right. And that's the hardest thing for us. Because you know why? The ones we really want to save is that real leader. He's the leader. He's the one that can change the masses.
He's just not walking.
He don't want to hear it.
I can say this. And to be a leader in anything, financials, household, whatever, you can't be afraid to be different. Yeah. You can't be afraid to be great, and you can't be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the whole thing. Like, we are so built up on, all right, prime example. You could win 100 fights, lose one fight, all you got is ass kicked. So them 100 fights he won before that, they weren't none? Because you're going to lose at some point.
That's not generational.
That's what
our generation, as long as you fall back. That's what our generation was. Now there's
a whole different society.
They changed the rules on that shit.
Who changed it though? We allowed them to change it. We allowed people that couldn't lead them their way out of what?
No, that's not what changed it.
Room.
World star. World star. That's what changed it.
No, you're right.
Y'all for this man that was like, yo, bro, y'all get away from me. Y'all get it on.
World star changed this bullshit.
You know what else? It's all about the losses and people's
The look.
Look, he got one. I got one failure. Everybody dwells on that one failure, but they don't.
That's what taught me how to be a man. I tell people on record, I say it in front of any room, I became a man at 30 years old. Because I stopped making excuses. I did not want to hear it. Everything was accountable on me. I said, I determined my outcome. At 30. He's like, yo, you 30? I'm like,
when you start accepting responsibility,
I've been busting ass since I was 12. That don't warrant a man. So that means I was a man since I was 12. Come on. I've been having sex since I was 12.
Accepting the responsibility and accountability, that's
and then you know the second thing is? When you can walk into a room, you be like, okay, this is a lot of sharks in this room. This room is bigger than me. Let me sit down and be a student. I'm going to take my pad out and shut the hell up.
Let me learn.
Yeah, my partner's worth over $15 million. The guy on the club with $15 million. $15 million. When he talks, I go like this.
Yes. Listen, shit.
Because they even have a guy like something. Yo, bro, you know the mall? What's that mall over there?
Americano?
Yes. The person that owns that whole complex is his friend. It's his friend. You see Grand Lux?
I know you're talking about.
Across the street from Grand Lux is called Mint. The owner of Mint is an Indian doctor. That's his friend. His friend. Yo, bro, I'm talking about, what do you, let's have dinner tonight. I'm sitting in the room with these niggas like, I'm a hood nigga. I don't belong here.
Yeah, but you broke the mold though. And you gotta respect that because it took me a while to catch that. You know what I mean? Like when you in the room and there are people that are bigger than you, but they still want to hear what you got to say, it's different. And I've been in meetings where there's dudes that's really doing Jay-Z's deals and this person's deals. And you sit there and you just say one word, you turn around like, huh? All these other people spoke, but he heard you. You know why? You sat back and you listened. And you made sure you knew what you were talking about before you stepped out and said something. Because you might only get one shot at that.
Facts.
If they call shoot your shot, you missed the shot.
Yes, you did.
You know what I mean? But if they heard you, they're going to get your information and say, I'm going to holler at you. Yep. And that's the key to all of this. Being able to be heard and speaking when spoke with you the correct way and definitely having some value and substance to what you're saying. And that's why we're here, really.
That's a fact. So what do y'all think, like, right now, as far as, like, when you look at the younger kids, right? Like, they don't respect the OGs no more. I speak to a lot of young dudes with the music business and all that. Like, they look at it like they do everything on their own. So what do you do to get across to them now? Because they look at it like they getting their own money now. Because you remember back in the days before, we looked up to the OGs. I sat down with older dudes and they'd say, yo, I need you to go to the store for me and get this and that. You keep the change. That was real. Nowadays, these young dudes like, man, get up out of here, man. Like, I got my own bag. Like, I'm not trying to hear that.
I had a young dude come to my shop. He told me he wanted to sit in my office. We sat in the office. And while we sitting there, he told me he blew $1 million during the quote-unquote pandemic. $1 million. So I looked at him. I said, you blew $1 million? He said, yeah. I looked at him straight. I said, you's a motherfucking idiot. He said, what you say? I said, nigga, you idiot. He was like, yo, money, you being I said, disrespectful. I said, no, you did a good job, my nigga. That's what nigga, you was an idiot. You was an idiot, nigga. I said, come on. I said, $1 million to go right back to your situation. I said, bro, you still live in that same location before that $1 million touched your account.
That's a fact.
I said it don't make sense. And I said,
Damn
but here's
sure
the catch. The reason why everything starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you have more people that trying to be their children's friend. Me, my son knows when dad talk, that's what it is.
Period.
My son is one of the most respectful kids. I thank God for my son. Because if he was me, I'd have been in jail. I'm being honest with you. I'd have been in jail, bro. Yo, God got a sense of humor, all this. Yo, son, my son, I thank God every day he not like me, bro. Yo, I'm a Taurus, bro. Naturally, I'm stubborn.
Yeah,
I'm stubborn as shit, bro. That's naturally just what I am.
Taurus all stubborn.
We're stubborn. So if my son was me, bro, I would have been in jail.
So let me ask you something. Right?
Yeah,
You're a father of you got a daughter as well, right?
I got a son and a daughter.
Right. You have two different scenarios with dealing with a daughter and a son, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are now here to speak about like how to make our culture, our people better. And obviously you have the foundation, you spoke about it.
Still working on it.
Well, it's always working. It's always working.
Okay.
To keep it is
Life is
You
work.
know what it is? I try my best to remain humble no matter what. Get to LA and tell
Nah,
you.
he always
humble.
Well, he's humble
So
now.
watch it.
And that's
Let's-
growth.
let's-
That's
let's-
growth.
let's
starts
see.
at home.
Wait,
Every
wait.
foundation starts at home,
It does.
especially with the younger
does.
generation. I have a son, I have a 5-year-old, so I try to instill so many like positive things just by staying busy with sports,
Yes, keep him out.
education,
His dad's around?
traveling. Yes.
That's good.
You know what your job is? To put him around as much positive men as possible.
Let him see that.
That's
Yes,
it becomes
cousins,
normal
uncles,
to them.
family, just any positive light in any avenue that he goes to. But
That's
it
dope.
definitely starts from home. We got to just set a bigger tone.
Well,
And get him a good ball.
you
We play a major part in
I ain't
kids
gonna lie
growing
to
up,
you.
bro.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Play a
You're right.
major
You're right.
part.
I don't understand. Watch this though. Y'all don't understand how important the barbershop
video
is
I took
for
I don't want to talk
kids.
about it, Slick.
We talk about so much shit in the barbershop
Yes.
that a kid can learn from.
serious.
Yo, it's serious. And well, you said your father, the son's father's around. Cool, but for a lot of women whose son's father's not,
They need to
yo,
put
bring him
around
to the
men.
barbershop, sit him there,
Let him see that.
and we gotta have barbers that's more. Yo, don't worry about it. Yo, just drop him off, leave him here. He'll be done in an
That's
hour.
what- that's what
and we
happened with us.
kick it with.
I'm
Yo, I'm
with
telling you,
I'm with
I
it.
used to get dropped off at Billy Barbershop. Right here in Hempstead, he passed away, God rest his soul. But my mom used to drop me up, and they used to talk about so much
All
stuff.
type of shit.
That's where I learned that at that time that golf was the highest paid sport. Like I heard these dudes say, I started to want to play golf, but then it was so boring. I'm like, yo, but this is what you learn. You really
Nah, it's a
get
fact.
into these
We don't build
conversations.
forums, though.
Yeah,
Like I used to work at a Jewish synagogue, and they teach them from a very young age about economics, resources, money. They teach them very young how to save.
Yes.
We call a person that's frugal cheap,
Yes.
Yeah,
and that's not cheap.
That's not cheap.
Knowing your financial situation is being smart.
definitely.
If it's gonna set you back, that means you're a fool that you're gonna waste your money to set yourself back for a look. That's smart. So what it is now we need to realize that culturally, like people be like, yo, Q, you tight. I'm like, yeah, because I'm retiring at 45. I got a plan.
Right.
And I'm not retired I'm talking on a fixed income.
Right,
I'm talking about retired and living.
Right.
You know, like
enjoying
that's
life.
different
Enjoy
life.
life.
Yeah.
And I tell him, I'm like, yo, bro, your mindset, my older brother grew up in prison. My brother been in jail since he was 14. This is the longest my brother been home ever. My older brother was I didn't grow up with a dad. So he was my God.
Everything.
He was my, I wanted to impress him. Like everything was him. So my brother, you know what he came to me and said to me? Yo, I swear you my big little brother, bro. He said, without you, I would not be who I am. You know what I called my brother one day? Excuse my language, ladies. I said, you was a bitch ass nigga, bro. I said, what you mean? I said, yo, bro. I said, I'm gonna call it, bro. He said, what? I said, bro, I love you to death. But the way your son is, and you think you being his man because you buying him sneakers, you was a bitch ass nigga, bro. I said, you raising a sucker, bro. My brother was like, what you? I said, yo, bro, I'll fight you, bro. We gotta do it. Let's do it. And I'm gonna beat you up in front of your son.
Right.
I'm being honest.
It's crazy.
Word. I said, but bro, I said, yo, bro, I grew up my whole life fighting, bro. A fight ain't nothing.
No, I got a bunch of brothers. I got a lot of brothers.
I'm like, yo, turn off the lights 1-on-1. Let's get it. My nigga don't have no gun, don't have no knife. Let's get it.
get
Slick, we gonna respect each other.
Right.
And if you tell a nigga you with my ass, now I might shoot my nigga. Give me a hug after my nigga.
Let's go drink. Let's go
take
smoke.
one.
It's
Because you
over.
beat me like a man, bro. And I be like, yo, if you slam me, don't step on my head, bro.
Not on my
Don't
head.
step on my head.
You see how you say
I need
that?
that.
You see how you say
It's
that?
all
When I
about
was
respect, but you just want him to do better.
Yes.
Understand to
yes.
do better.
But now, guess what? Ever since this conversation is about 8 years ago, my brother's fixed his credit. My brother owned a house on the North Canal. My brother just bought all the properties I got. My brother owned them. Owned them all. Every single one of them. My brother changed so much because it was accountability. It was me backing them into a corner
and making them.
And I made sure I did it in a room. Like, you got two types of guys. Some guys you can just build like this with.
No.
Some guys you got to embarrass him. Embarrass him. And even if he run, he's a coward. He tucked his tail, he ran. Let him run. Leave him alone. But most men, like, yo, bro, my mom used to embarrass me.
No, that's a fact. It was
made my skin so tough.
These kids, nowadays, you tell them something crazy, they done talking calling the cops on them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you emotionally scarred.
And people
you've been emotionally scarred.
It's the worst thing I see parents do.
And people can't take it.
Johnny, what do you want to eat? That nigga's a little kid. Like, you give him what you want to give him.
Right.
That's how you start entitlement. That's how you start entitlement. You're teaching him entitlement.
Yeah.
Like, this kid ain't paying, he ain't paying for nothing. Yo, you enjoy what I'm giving you.
Right.
My mom cook, you don't eat, you don't eat.
And you don't eat. If you don't eat,
that's
how it was. Yeah. Whatever was
see,
in the house,
hold on.
you eat it, that's it.
He said this. I'm giving you your flowers right now, bro. You touch on a lot of things. One is this. This is what it is. You gotta eat this. Facts. Right? That's the first thing. Two, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
If you don't
eat it.
Yep.
You don't.
It registers to a kid real quick what he must do.
Real talk.
So if you give them the options, they're gonna say no. I would say no, right? But if you don't have options, what you gonna do? Eat that food. So it's real shit. It's real shit. You talking real facts. You talking real facts.
That's why it's like why I say the narrative changed so much. Because like when we came up, like our age group, people who was going to jail, like we idolized that shit, right? I got one of my mans, all this know, one of my mans right now, he doing 27 years, he in the feds. I spoke to him on the phone the other day, we talking. So one of his other mans and they got on the phone, he doing life. He said, yo, let me ask you a question. That's your big homie? I said, yeah, that's my big homie. That's my man. I look up to him. He said, nah, you know who the big homie is? I said, who? He said, you. He said, because you put that key in your door and you go in there and take care of your family, right? Ain't no big homies in here. We want to do what you doing. Like, I don't want to hear none of these nigga stories in here.
I'm tired of hearing it.
He's like, I'm tired of hearing that. Yeah. I want to hear the dude that's putting the key in the door that's feeding his family.
They lived it. That keep him alive. That keep him alive though when you give them those stories.
That's a fact. But some people get so caught up in what they think is real. You know what I mean? Like,
they got bulletproof helicopters.
Yeah, but like me being real is taking care of your family.
It is.
Like,
that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
I told you my mother foreclosed on the house. When I saw my mother foreclose on the house,
change your mind.
I said, I got something for you. Yo, bro, my mom had to move upstairs from my barbershop. Nobody know that story, bro. They only see what they see.
Facts.
When I bought my mother the house, I said, Mom, this yours. My mother bold, bro. My mother Jamaican. My mother first generation. Like, I'm first generation
migrated.
Like, they don't know my story, bro. I'm like, my mother raised 6 by 7. 4 of them ain't even hers. My mother got 2 kids. And she took all her friends' kids, bro, and raised all of them. And I treat them like they're my siblings. And they live. My little brother live in my house for free. My other little brother for free. I don't charge them nothing. Nothing. I'm like, bro, save your money. Set yourself up, bro.
Set yourself up.
Yeah, but then you know what? That's the difference in the older generation woman, too. They got a lot of that going on. Sorry, ladies, no disrespect, but they got a lot of that going on. The older generation woman was more than willing to accept that. Accept taking in the responsibility of other children that wasn't hers or did. Or
they were real women, though.
Or might have belonged to her husband or her ex-boyfriend. They didn't mind that. They didn't mind that responsibility. Nowadays, it's a problem.
It is.
It's a problem for a woman to come home. You know what? It's a problem for her to sit in a circle and say, yeah, well, I'm raising 2 kids that's not mine. And her
pressure's on her right away.
It's a problem for her to say, yeah, well, I'm raising 2 kids that my husband had on me outside. She's going to throw stones at her. They're going to stone her.
You can't love me if you don't love her. Come with me.
You can't. It's no way possible. That's why we have a problem with getting married, ladies.
Who's the biggest female artist right now as far as rap right now? Who's the biggest?
Oh, good.
I grew up with an old-fashioned mother. She grew up in the church. She only had 3 kids of her own and took in a woman that went to church with us. She had 8 kids. She took in all those 8 kids.
Nice.
Eventually, it was 12 of us in the house.
Your name Sandra?
Absolutely. No.
What he say?
No. It was Amaya.
Like, man, another one? That's what I'm like, goddamn, no.
But that was my role model on how to be a woman today. So that's how I know how to be a mother. That's how I know how to be a mom. You be caring. You look out for your neighbors. They don't have to be family.
Yeah.
Family isn't who you was born with, who your blood is. It could be your neighbor who's in church, this person that you're looking out for, or the person that you want to see better themselves.
Right. So
that's it.
You take an adult, whether it's a man or a woman, and I don't base it on age.
Right.
A man becomes a man when he becomes mentally sound with who he is and comfortable.
That's true.
And any setting, he don't compromise. If I'm with grown men, I'm like, this nigga was just acting like he was in the church 5 minutes ago. Now he a gangster. I'm nervous of him, bro. I'm being honest. I'm scared of him, bro.
Nah, real shit.
Because that's a chameleon, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, you was a weirdo, bro. You was just talking about God a minute ago. Hallelujah. What you said. You know, but here's my catch. You take a lot of the women, right, who are influential, you take the men who are influential, or the boys and the girls. Right now, the biggest artist right now is Cardi B. Mm-hmm. She said a line, bro. I was sitting with my daughter, bro. I almost jumped out the car, bro. She said, if he has a twin, I might let him run a train on me.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yo, bro, my heart dropped to the bottom of my feet, bro. I said, yo, bro, my little 6-year-old riding in the car with me, I'm like, I just wish I could just go on her mind and delete that.
Yeah.
But she heard it. Mm-hmm. You know, but I know she likes the catchy of so the record's catchy. If it's up, is it up? Is it catchy?
What she's saying.
But the words are just disgusting.
It's derogatory to women.
Shit. And Cardi good people.
Great.
She's good. I'm talking about, bro. I done done a lot of events with her, bro. She's a good person, bro.
She's selling the culture of what it is at that time. You know what you say, artistry of
and what she came
where
from.
she's from. Where she's from.
Yeah.
The
you know
problem
with
me.
She came to my club for free. I booked Offset. She came for free.
That's a big.
And the only thing she said, do me one favor. She said, no pictures. You look on the Cavalli Instagram. She came for free. Free. We had Offset there. She said, I want to come. I'm going to come for y'all for free. I booked Cardi for the first time in Long Island when we did Mix. Mm-hmm. I was the first one to book as an artist. First person. Everybody else booked as a stripper and as a personality. Right. I booked as an artist. And she did a little whack record. The record was trash. The record was trash.
I remember that.
Take that back.
Nah.
He didn't mean that.
No, at the time she wasn't developed.
He didn't have that yellow at the time. But you got to know somebody wrote that yellow. Somebody wrote that
anymore.
Delete that, bro.
Nah, she's good people. I understand.
She's real.
What's the name? Megan Boyfriend wrote that record.
Yes.
She developed as an artist. And I'm going to tell you, off the record, definitely slapped the ass.
Marty Fontaine.
Definitely, all of that. That's a fact. No disrespect to no woman in here. But I'm proud of her. And I remember when she started on Instagram, when it first started. And I'm watching her. This is a fact. People could put money on it. I said, she could be big. They was like, yo, you bugging. You killed that bitch and got your teeth messed up. I said, listen.
Personality crazy.
She got the personality. She got the it factor. Then she went to a show in Jamaica. When she was at that show in Jamaica and everybody started singing the words.
It's not fake.
I said, she gone. It's over. She gone. And now look at her now. She's Cardi B. She's in the same breath as a lot of artists that you would have never thought. So, Grammy Award winning, all of that.
Let me ask you this. Not even to turn off the conversation. We're going to go around the whole room. Because I caught it this morning. Q, you put it up in the chat.
Oh.
And that shit was like, because I watched that shit last night.
Yeah.
What Swiss Beats said at DMX funeral.
Oh, that was real shit. That was
fucking. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Look, watch this. Hold up. That's the same thing that Master P been saying too.
Master P is dope, bro.
That's the same shit, bro. We don't understand. We got to give people their shit, bro.
Yeah, we got to, because he said, so everybody else was up there, DMX, this, and that. And when he said it, he was like, bro, where was all y'all at when he was going through what he was going through?
That was the real shit.
Yeah, and then he said, like, at the end of the day, he's like, people got to write a will.
When he was alive.
Because if you don't write a will, you're going to have all these bloodsuckers doing whatever they want to do. And he's
right,
because if you don't have a will, people could do whatever they want.
That's why I'm here.
So you put that up to you, I ain't going to front.
That's what I got out of all of that I saw yesterday.
Yeah. That's what I got.
That's what I got.
Nothing else.
That's why I put it up.
Him, because first they said people was bashing him online. It was like Switch Beat said some crazy shit.
Everybody gonna have their opinions.
Like, let me listen to him.
Watch this. Everybody gonna have their opinions. Everybody gonna have their opinions. The problem is that was his man. They made money together. So that shit came from
the heart.
That came from the heart. I'm just saying that.
His brother.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. That came from a place where a lot of people wouldn't understand. And that's real. You know it's real. They made money together. They did shit together that other motherfuckers probably ain't never gonna do together. So that was a real emotion. And he let it out. And I'm glad he let it out. You know why? Everybody got opinions. You know what you're supposed to do? For the next one, you're supposed to be like, let me make sure I'm there for them.
Yep.
So that way, it don't be nobody jumping up at a motherfucking funeral saying, where the fuck was all y'all at when he was going through what he was going through? So now you gotta be stand accountable. That's what we talking about, accountability.
So do y'all think, as far as for music, like just to go on this, as far as with the music business, do y'all think that it should be something set up for these artists? Like as far as like some type of fun,
like a union, yeah.
Like what they asking for, I think
they're
it should.
working
Definitely.
on something like that, from what I understand.
Yeah, because seeing Black Rob like that was crazy, bro. Like, and to have a hit record like that, and you know that record is still spinning to this day.
But Puff probably still on his publishing.
Because, like he said, it's business.
So business, not personal.
I spoke to his manager. You know, his manager is a good friend of mine. Black Rob made millions, man.
Yeah, he blew the money.
He said, what happened? He said, he couldn't kick the habits.
Yeah, he had,
so
he
after a
had
while,
habits.
his kidneys, his lungs, he said he made the money. Like you know what I'm saying?
A lot of us.
Because you know, at the end of the day, you know, as I said, I don't know the whole situation. You got an opportunity. You make money. The rest is on you after that.
Yeah. And they throw the onus back on Puff, but I can't blame Puff.
Yeah, I can't.
You know the one thing I do notice with all of his artists, none of them understand economics, bro.
None of them.
That's the truth.
So that's the only reason why I do.
I can't say that either.
No, let me say this.
Shit,
And,
I can say that.
Hold on.
Learned it late.
Hold on. Me and you in business together, right? Hold on.
I'm gonna go about to
You got all of us. I just want to hear this. You got all of us. I'm not going in on Puff, bro.
No, I know.
But here's the catch. My theory is, you got 10 artists, right? All 10 of them fucked up.
Ain't no way.
All right.
Hold on. Here's my catch. I want to get to this.
Go ahead.
You got 10 baby mothers,
right? All them fucked up.
All them fucked up.
10 of them fucked. No way.
No,
all them fucked up. It's yo, nigga.
Yes.
I got 9.
But
only 2 of them fucked up.
I'm gonna reply for you. To respond to Q, like I'll be him, right? When everything was all good, nobody said nothing bad about Puff.
No.
Nobody said.
You've been saying shit bad about.
I'm talking about when everything was good with the artists.
No.
Nobody said.
No. They're not gonna say nothing bad because they thinking it's good. That's the point that he making about economics.
What I'm trying to say is right. Jay-Z would have never got on. He would have never got on.
You want to call us spade spade though?
And these are people that I know. Like,
but that's life. A lot of motherfuckers want to be on this motherfucker.
They said they say.
Hey, you 100% right.
That's the way that shit works.
50 Cent put the work in.
But hey,
I play basketball. Like,
yeah.
They didn't grind to get on. They was like, all right, rapping a little mixed.
And they just got lucky because of me.
I'm just saying, but if 50 didn't put the work in, what would they be at?
No, hey, what I'm saying, when you got somebody like,
I'm
just saying,
you got somebody like Bleak.
Did they make 50 million or 50 made them million?
No. What I'm trying to say is, when you got somebody like Bleak who never switch sides, he go through a lot of shit where people are saying to him, yo, this man's worth $1 billion. How come you still riding around out here? It's a lot to take. So Jay knows that. In his mind,
that's
like,
loyalty,
yo, this dude right here is the most loyalist person
that he got on his
I got on my roster.
Because
Because these other dudes on YouTube, they'll take 50,000 to do an interview to talk about Jay.
Yes, they will.
Right.
Bleak ain't doing that.
He ain't
If
doing
you give Bleak 200,000, he's not going to take that.
He's not doing that.
Yo, you know something though? But over the years though,
he can because I'm pretty sure it's personal shit that he knows.
That he knows.
It's personal shit that he knows. But he ain't doing that. He ain't doing that.
He would look crazy.
And people believe it.
He would look crazy.
Because it came from him.
Yo, bro, I
He
got
ain't doing that.
Yo, bro, I got dudes that I'm talking about from the sandbox.
But guess what?
Mama,
that 200,000 that they gonna give
I'm talking
Bleak
about slept on their floor.
ain't what
Yo, bro,
whole
I done
mean
heard
to
people
him.
tell
He
me
mean
stories
more
they
than that
said.
to him.
He
I'm
changed his
talking
life,
about dudes
man.
that done ate with, slept on their floor together. People I want to help out. Yo, bro, I'm talking about, I hear stuff they say about me.
Yeah.
I'm Hollywood. I'm Hollywood. Nigga, you got the wrong
Hold
mind.
on.
Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Just put your shit.
No, he's absolutely
But
right.
listen to this. But I'm gonna tell you something. Here's the catch. But what I realized is there's day one and day two.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes niggas in day one only see you as day one. They can't see you as day two.
Right.
So now it's the issue is we're combating because of the fact that you still see me as day one. I'm not him.
I'm not him no more.
Yo, bro, I'm not riding with no gun in the car. Yo, fam, you got something in the car? Get that out of here, bro.
Yo, that's funny.
Yo, bro, no
Let me
drugs,
tell you the
none of that,
funniest
bro.
shit that
What's
just
going on?
happened. So I
So the
let my
mindset
little
has
cousin,
changed.
my son them did a video yesterday. So I let my little cousin and my son hold my car and shit. So, just putting a video type shit, let them,
Yeah.
So I was just getting my car back from him. And nigga had all the shit, his weed in that motherfucker. You know that nigga gonna tell me, yo, I don't want you riding with this shit, you might get locked up. I said, no, I ain't.
I'm telling them it's yours. What's wrong with you, nigga? I'm pulling right back up to your house. Nigga. I just got my car from him. I don't know what the fuck wrong with him. I don't got no more time to do it. I can't do it, nigga. You're crazy. But he started laughing like, yo, cuz, you some.
Let me
No,
ask you
cuz, I'm serious.
Let's not get off the actual topic that started that whole little segment there was what Swiss said. And the reason why he said it, and we are here for that reason, is to get our financials in order.
Facts.
And you can't wait till you pass on for your financials to be in order. You don't have to have a lot of money for your financials to be in order. It must be understood in life what you want to happen in your demise, God forbid. So the will, important. The insurance, important. Having property and businesses and scenarios, important.
Kind of like you, man.
But don't have the family or bitter people that was sitting around waiting for you to demise, come and mess up your kid's life.
Then your kids got to be fighting and arguing with people.
It must be on paper while you alive.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me go over something that he touched. That's QP. He touched something that I think we all need to listen to. This is what he touched, and this is what really stood out to me because I got to make sure that I take care of this tomorrow. Life insurance is important. Make sure you got life insurance on yourself, your kids. Oh, don't worry, I'm getting this car before we leave this month.
Gotta have it.
So you got to make sure you have life insurance on you, your kids, because life insurance is something that can help you in your time of need when you can't get a loan because your credit is bad. He also said you can touch your life insurance and it's no penalty.
You can actually
use that to better yourself.
Not to cut you. People come into money every day, right? Just for fact. You might come into 300 grand, 500 grand today.
Some people.
Some people.
Some niggas are allergic to money.
You can actually.
Some people are allergic to money.
Some people are allergic.
They're allergic to money.
You can actually
They
take
don't want to go to work.
100 grand and go buy a policy. That money is sitting there saved and is making money for you. Instead of you running out, I'm gonna blow it on this. Go buy that policy. You can own your policy outright. That's your $100,000 asset. You understand? That's more gain.
Yeah.
Understand it. We take money and do all kind of crazy things because nobody taught us the literacy of how money makes money.
That's a fact.
But you want to know something though, and also though, a lot of things you learned, you chose to learn it yourself too.
That's a fact.
So we got to give ourselves credit too, because I'll be honest with you, I got virtual mentors that I've never met in my life. Never met them.
Shit.
See, one thing about social media, one thing about YouTube, one thing about any internet period, is giving me a platform. I've never been to Nigeria, Africa in my life, but I invested in a stock called Jumia. Jumia is pretty much the Amazon of Nigeria, of Africa. It's one of the biggest goddamn continents in the goddamn world.
That's a fact.
I think I'm going to invest in that.
Resources.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the catch. I'll give another story. Roosevelt Field Mall, I used to always park in the basement. They had a Tesla that was always in that corner before you walk up the stairs.
In the
I
beginning.
used to walk right past that shit.
Didn't know.
But at that time, I could have bought a share for $30. Now I had to pay $450 because I learned late.
Now it's 700.
That was 700.
Right now it's 700. Right now.
Yes. And I always walk past it. And I never paid it any mind. See, for what it is the one thing our culture has to be taught is to be able to foresee future.
Facts.
For instance,
that's a gift, though.
I want to say, no, it's common sense. It's common sense. I know a lot of people have been smoking weed for years. Yo, right now the world is going towards marijuana.
Yeah.
The world is going towards clean energy. The world is going towards electrical vehicles. California solo. Talk that. I'm a Neo guy. I'm a Neo guy.
It's funny you said that.
I don't know if you know what Neo is. You know what Neo is?
Listen, look, watch this. I made three calls. I made three calls to
Neo
dudes. I know Neo. I made three. You talking about the singer?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I bought a stock called NIO, right?
You talking about something?
Listen. I want you to hear this though. Neo, I bought Neo at the time for $14, $15 for shit.
Right.
I dumped $4,000 on it. Neo currently right now is at almost $40 a share. It's at $41
And
in
this
exact.
nigga didn't call
Listen.
me.
You know tell it like that. I just know I knew he was a smoking nigga.
How much water?
I just know that nigga was a smoking nigga that used to be in the ball talking shit.
Didn't call me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I watch this nigga every morning, bro.
But I show everything.
Shit, DM me
I
like,
show everything.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
you know my story?
Let me say
I
this.
show
Watch this. Let me say this.
everything.
Yo, listen. When they first started talking about the legalization of weed in New York, so I made like 10 calls. Yo, we need to just go buy a building so we could be the first dispensary. when the shit get right. You know what these motherfuckers were saying to me?
Nah, son.
Yo, man, there's more than what you know. And you
But
is that though?
my eyes like,
Yeah, you can't, bro. A zebra only know how to be a zebra.
Oh my God, yo, bro, I'm making these calls, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, the shit ain't even legal yet. But I'm like, yo, if we just buy a building, we can do whatever the fuck we want to do with it right now. And then when the shit pop off, you know, niggas, man, that shit.
I'm gonna pick up my cousin and them on their strand with Nori and them. They got the Smoke Champs thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
They got a strand that they
Love Nori show, bro.
Yeah, definitely. They saw the future. They saw the future.
My son.
You know what I mean? So
I love that show.
I got a couple pictures with Nori. I've been a couple places with Nori.
kid.
Nori talk mad shit. I broke my screen. He was like, "Nigga, you get too much money." I got the video of it. Nigga, you get too much money to have a broken screen. I said, "No,
I think that drink
show
show.
That was like cool.
Super Dog OG is the name of the strand, and
that shit sound crazy.
They definitely ahead of the curve with it because this is the way.
It
so
is.
we must.
It's coming.
If you're investing,
Right.
that's one of the things you should be investing
Because
because it went from illegal to
So I'm
legal,
gonna get some names.
which you know where it's gonna go
I'll tell you
to.
some names.
All right.
No, I'm gonna tell some on the stock exchange.
Yes, they on the
I'm
it's
gonna
on the
give you
stock
one.
exchange.
Aurora Cannabis.
No, no, no.
ACB.
Aurora.
I'm
No,
giving-
no,
I'm giving-
no,
ACB.
Aurora.
Write this shit down for me.
Hell
when
no,
we
I'm
done.
giving it
Give
to
you game. It's on the
ACB.
recorded.
There's one that's a penny stock.
Right.
And a lot of people are banking on it. Penny stocks are very volatile. They
Facts.
you're taking a risk.
Yes.
Right.
You have to understand what
Yes.
a penny stock is.
Yes.
The accreditation is not there yet.
Take 2 days to even
So it takes
clear.
time.
Take 2
So
days.
you gotta believe. If you believe, take a risk.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I risk my freedom more than on the stock, bro.
Right.
Like $1,100 ain't gonna hurt me. $1,000 ain't gonna hurt me,
For
bro.
real.
I can get it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look, when you got ACB, you got something called Sundial Growers.
I got that too.
Sundial Growers, I bought it for pennies. I bought it for like maybe like 13, 14 cents. It's up to like 80 something cents. I bought that for pennies.
Giving you
You know what I'm
game.
saying? I'm gonna give you another one. Also, there's something called Grow, GROW.
Yes.
Grow is up high now. I bought Grow at $17 a share. Grow is up over $40 a share. Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. My trading account is 6 figures. I play in that stock market hard, and I already started my son in trading. My son is into all video games, GME. I teach
That's
him.
his thing, yeah.
You like to waste your money, but guess what? We're gonna make these niggas buy you some video games. That's what we're gonna do. I said I'm gonna teach you how to do it.
I might use that with my son. I like
That's
that.
bro. It's common sense. I'm gonna tell you something.
That's
Also,
his thing.
so you know, my son owns 2 vending machines. He's about to buy his third one. My son got one in my shop. He got one in my office. He's about to buy his third one in my man's store. So I'm teaching him how to understand economics.
Where it goes.
Bro, common sense said
That's why
it's
we here.
failure to teach your
That's
children
exactly
to be
why we
exactly like you.
Right.
If you, yo, bro, there's things about you that you hate.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
yeah.
Anybody in this room that tell me they don't hate things about this, say they lying.
I got
Yeah.
Look, I got 4-pack. I don't got a 6, bro. I want one more.
I got
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Let me keep it real. Like, come on. I got 4.
Let me ask you this
And my 4
question.
look good in the morning. After I eat, it disappears.
Let me ask you this question. Cause I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna let A take my seat for like 2 minutes. Let me ask you this question real quick. I'm gonna go around the room. We're gonna start with Q. To Q, to Slick,
Okay.
to you. The drinks are very
Amazing.
fire too.
Amazing.
I wasn't drinking the
I was
I'm letting
almost
you know
drunk
right now.
until they
I'm
started
with you.
really talking
I'm
about
with the
something.
margarita.
I'm doing
Going
it.
down, Q? For me?
What? I've been holding it for 2 hours.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start the question from over here, Q. So by the time you come back,
Right.
you go. All right. So
No, I
look,
gotta go after.
I'm gonna go after him.
No, let me go before you.
Come on, Slick.
Oh my God.
Let me. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go.
Hey,
Henny, let me ask you the question.
Nah,
Do you
just
think
strong
that,
as a motherfucker. It's just
When you
having a
get
different zone.
rich, right?
Okay, but you-
Do you think the money changes you as a person?
No, I don't think it should change you.
And you
Like,
listen.
No, not that it should change you. Does it change you? When you get rich, does money change you as a person?
That's a hard question to answer. I believe it does, yes.
Why?
I don't know. I would just say just certain people take on this entity once it comes with the finances. So once they see the growth of the finances, the whole entity of a ego or this kind of persona that they want to just feel or put on. It might not be intentionally, but
Right.
it could happen.
It's supposed to happen though.
Yeah, definitely.
Money
It's supposed. It has to.
has
And somebody said this to me in college. Me and my friend Raver skipped him Lou Austin. We in Fresno
Oh, that's my guy.
playing ball, and somebody said to him XYZ, and he's like, "Yeah, money gonna change me." And at the time, I'm a man. I could say I made a mistake. I was like, "Yo, you bugging the fuck out," respectfully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But XYZ years later, as a man, I know that money's gonna change you. Doesn't mean it changed who you are. but it's gonna change you, your
You
thought
as a-
process,
yeah.
the way you move, and et cetera, et cetera.
Definitely.
So yes, it's gonna change you. The key thing is knowing, and you only know that sometimes when you got money, is who's who.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's the truth.
And I can tell you that from being first generational college grad to having 2-3 degrees to understanding that family even gonna look at you like this nigga here.
You can see it from afar.
You know what I mean? But the key is this.
Sorry.
The key is this. You knowing that when you step into that leader or forefront of being elite,
Right.
there's gonna be people that don't like you. There's gonna be people that are gonna say certain things about you. Don't have to be true. You must have to be grounded or well grounded to know who's who at that point. If you don't, it's gonna destroy you.
Yeah. It's true.
Because family and friends will change for what they perceive you to have. Don't want to work to get it and want to skip steps to get it. Don't want to walk down that road where you stepping on glass, you getting burnt, you messed up, you ain't got no money to get there. They'll put all their dead weight on you because you got it. Or they perceive you to have it because you ain't asking them for it.
That's right where it proceeds.
Perceive. Because sometimes you might have just enough to make it go.
Right.
You might just be making enough to make it go until you get a break. But the key is you're not asking John, Tom, or Mary to say, yo, throw me 2,000 or 10,000. You're not saying that. You're saying, yo, I'm doing the best I can with this $400 I got. You know what I'm saying? Until shit breaks. So the key is, yes, it's going to change you. The key is don't let no one break you while it's changing you. Because it'll stop you from reaching your goal, putting all their dead weight on your shoulders. Because you going. They see where you're going, and they don't want you to get there.
That's
So
a good
Q,
way to look at it.
What do you think?
I didn't answer.
The question was, when you get money, serious money, do you think it changes you as a person?
It has to. And I'm gonna be honest with you, but here's the thing: your objective is to find ways to keep you grounded,
Yes.
and that's why I still go to my shop.
The barbershop. Yeah, I was about to say the
Because it keeps me
barbershop.
grounded. Like when I cut, people be like, "This nigga still cut hair? No way." I'm like, man,
Humble pie.
I own multiple houses, bro. As a matter of fact, I showed you Slick before I came here what I was doing. I went to 3 of my houses before I came here. I got 3 deals going on being renovated. So my barbershop, when I'm able to reach to people, everyday people,
Right.
it keeps me grounded. We have everyday conversation. Because when I'm around the business people, they tend to only talk about that. So if I'm only around them, I'll lose touch of
who you are.
reality.
Who you are, yeah.
Yeah. So you got to realize that's why like a lot of successful people that know God, they tend to retain their success longer than the other people because of the fact that they know who they are. But society will tell you who you are if you don't know who you
You
are.
are, right.
And if you can't keep yourself around people that I'm not talking about people that's like they trying to hold you down like, yeah, I mean when you was broke, that's corny. Like come on. Well, I remember when I was broke.
Right. You don't need to
You
tell me. You don't need to tell me that.
know what I'm saying? I remember.
You ain't gotta tell me that.
Like I'm the one that lived it.
Right.
I'm not so
Respect
but you don't have to teach me that.
Right.
So, but what I'm saying is, when you're around people that very much so hold you accountable, and hold you accountable tastefully and respectfully.
Right.
I say everything has to be given, as far as game, but it has to be respectful and tasteful. Like again, if I'm your man or your friend or somebody that respects you, I should be able to come to you tastefully and respectfully.
Yes.
I shouldn't belittle you because of the fact that I feel like I'm here and you here.
Right.
There's no big me, little you. There's no such thing. It's 2 people equal. Whether who has more or don't have more, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Economics doesn't make a person bigger than
Right.
somebody. There are some people who are broke as hell, but they brain.
Work.
Crazy.
Ooh, I would pay to have they brain.
I'm
Right.
telling you.
Woo, because
Right.
my work ethic plus they brain.
Word, oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
But see, you
You know?
you said
I done
something
had my
that's real.
billions already.
You said the work ethic because that's what people don't see about the successful people. They ain't see the 20 times they fell.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or 7 times rise and then they say you fall and get up again. They didn't see none of that.
Right.
They only saw when you can walk around and do what you're doing.
Yes.
Right.
So that's why I have a problem when people want to interject their shortcomings on you or their fears on you. You got to get that
agree.
away from you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I hate? I hate that word. I don't hate it, but I dislike the word. And I want you to hear this. This word has been used so much lately that I'm starting to dislike the word.
What?
It's called manifestation.
Right.
You know, even from a biblical standpoint, the word manifestation, it says faith without work is nothing. Everybody hears faith. Most people be like, oh, if I believe I'm gonna be rich and be rich. I'm like, that's not true.
You got to put that work.
The Bible don't even say that.
You got to put that
The
work.
Bible says faith without work is nothing.
Gotta put that.
It says if a man don't work, a man don't eat. It says all of these things. So when I'm saying back, listening to people, they like, I want to be rich. I'm like, here's the common sense. If you're doing dollar stuff, you're gonna be a dollar. In order to be rich, you got to do what millionaires are doing. When you watch like I told you, the Grant Cardones and the successful people, they don't live the way that.
Yeah, nah.
Yo, bro,
Right.
my best friend. I want to get you. I'm gonna get him up here. He's not a talker, but he's somebody to know. He owns 56 houses. 56. This is my best friend, my right hand man.
Good network.
I'm talking about my whole bid. He took care of me my whole bid. I didn't know what struggle tastes like. I didn't know what it felt like. But I also left money in his hands before I left the world.
Right.
So when I went away, he took care of me my whole bid. He took care of my whole family, my son. My son didn't know what every birthday he was good. Every Christmas he was good.
Right.
So long story short, when I came home,
It's a real friend.
I only build those. I don't hang out with nobody that I'm questioning.
Right.
Why am I questioning what we have?
Right.
Yo, bro, if I say to myself,
You know that now.
yeah, but of course, I'm over 30.
You know that
But
now.
if I say if Al
Because
swing
he
on
had
me
to
right
show
now,
himself though.
yeah, but look, if he swung on me right now, right?
Right.
I shouldn't be questioning if you gonna swing back.
Mm-hmm.
I should be like, I already know he gonna go.
All right, know what time.
It's already on that time.
And I'm supposed to feel like that in business.
Right,
I'm supposed to feel like that with money.
Right.
I'm supposed to feel like that with my children.
Right.
Everything.
Mhm.
I can't have nobody around me I'm questioning.
Question. Yeah. Why?
That ain't human.
You saying that like Bleak was the down ass G that we was talking about, right?
Mhm.
Respectfully. We here now out of respect for you guys, right?
Right.
And to sit here and have this conversation is super fulfilling. I got it on live, and I'm sure y'all got your thing on live. It ain't for us, it's for them.
It's
For
right.
them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Our job now is to make our relationships work. Get that. Don't let that go over your head. To let the relationship work now.
Right.
Because you just put a meeting of minds together
Right.
for some common good. Whatever it is, we'll find
Whatever
out.
the goal. Right.
But it ain't gonna be negative.
Right.
Because this is
Always
all positive.
Exactly.
So we sit here and we laugh and we joke, we drink. I'm still sober as shit. You know why? Because I'm growing. I'm feeling this energy.
Right.
We're kinetic.
Right.
We're energy. So this energy is what I need for my week.
Yeah.
You made my week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I will tell you, last week I took 2 state tests. Nobody knew that. I was studying in the gym. While they in the gym, I'm like this. Sign this, do this. Because the more licenses I have, I can always make money.
Right.
Even when in my sleep, I can always make money.
Right.
You know why I know the value of that passive income?
Right.
It's when I'm asleep. Do I get a check coming in or whatever? That's important.
Right.
Whereas you could tell people all you want.
Yeah.
It's up to them to get it.
Understand it, right.
There you go.
You know what's weird? But as a felon, I gravitate more towards the guys like him. The reason being is because he's saying licenses. If he's saying licenses, he ain't got no record.
Right.
It's a fact.
So I already know that. We got. I already know.
Fact.
This is America.
No,
I'm
I ain't
honest
talking
with
about licenses.
Yo, yo, bro. Once you hear license, like for instance,
real shit.
I'm not a broker, but I own a brokerage.
Right.
My partner is
It's
the
the
broker.
Right.
But yet and still, whatever he can do, I can do. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
again, I understand the power. Like for instance, I'm not legally supposed to own a nightclub
Right.
because of a liquor license.
Right.
I still own a nightclub.
Right.
And I've been getting checks off of it
Do
since
your
it opened.
thing. Yeah,
But
definitely.
what I'm trying to say is, us understanding that
Mm-hmm.
you got 2 felons in the car.
Mm-hmm.
They pull that motherfucker over. We going to jail. We going to jail.
Unfortunately.
You ain't gotta tell
Listen, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Nah,
At
real
least if
shit.
you got a dude that's clean,
Yeah.
it's an argument.
It's
You know
argument.
what I'm saying? It's an argument.
Well, let me
And
know,
then-
Q, if you ever need somebody who's not a felon. I ain't a felon, so.
Yo, bro, we can sit down and talk.
By the grace of God, though. Hold on, by the
Nah,
grace
by the
of
grace of
God.
God.
He
By the
helps.
grace of
He
God.
helps.
Show you, you know
Because
what
I
I'm
watch
saying?
my brothers and all my mans
You know,
do
the only
wild
fear I
time
be
in
having-
jail, so.
The only fear I be having, those guys that don't have the felonies,
Mhm.
they're the value to guys like me.
Mm.
Like for instance, my real estate office is one partner. My club, another partner. My pharmacy, another partner. Everything I do is with people that are legit.
Right.
Like the guy I just told you I was with,
Uh-huh.
he's 27, bro. He owns 3 houses, bro.
Right.
And no, he's like 25. In his mindset, I hang out with him because of what he into.
Right.
I know he ain't gonna jam me up.
Right.
See,
Ain't got no
and-
reason to be
and-
around
and
me.
you understand who he
Definitely.
is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You understand who he is. Like,
My niggas is Leonardo Valdez Cruz, 40 to life, Naquan Jackson, 30 to life. These are my friends. They done.
But you gotta, as you get older, you gotta be around people that you trying to see yourself.
You wanna
like,
go to-
or-
evolve.
Yeah, you
Evolve.
gotta evolve. Like some people get stuck. Like people be like, "Yo," I get people saying that to me all the time. Like, "Yo, what's up with you, bro? You ain't the same no more." Nah, it's not that.
Can't be the same.
I can't be the same, bro. I got smarter.
It's smarter.
So you know what I'm saying?
It's
What I
food.
used to do was
You
not
can't
cool for me
fucking
no
raise
more. I
kids.
can't fuck around.
Listen, bro,
You
you
can't be the
cannot raise kids and be the same person you was
That's a fact.
20 years. They just don't. It ain't the same. You can't be. There's no way I can go tell my son, "Yo, this is what you should be doing." If I'm still the same motherfucker I was
There you go.
when I was 21, that ain't gonna.
But you know what it is? And I tell everybody, and this is the goal, bro. We teach assets over liabilities, and we also teach credit. My mother said one thing. My mother said, "Don't mess up your credit." I don't know what the hell that means.
Man, me neither. Yeah, I
Bro.
damn sure.
Matter of fact, most people
Because
grew
when I
up with
went
their
to
credit
school-
messed up, ain't even know.
Let me-
Moms
that's
and
it.
everybody
My
do
shit,
something
look,
like
I'm about to
that.
say,
Yo,
my shit
Hold
wasn't
on.
messed up.
The Bronx is different. The Bronx is different, bro.
He made a good point. I grew up in Brooklyn when I was coming
Nah,
out.
Bronx worse.
I had a cable bill in my
Bronx
name when I was
worse.
like 10 years old. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yo,
Mom had a cable bill,
I
everything.
ain't go through that.
I'll
I
be
ain't
honest
go
with
through
you.
that.
I went to go look at a Space on Gun Hill, right? I went to go look at a little unit. I'm like, you know what? Let me get a Bronx a try. Yo, bro, the Bronx is like a third world country, bro.
I'm telling you, boy.
It's
they
like
serious.
I'm being out, yo, bro. What they didn't want in
Serious.
Brooklyn, they in the Bronx now.
Yeah.
Yo, the Bronx is like nobody from Wanders.
He is one.
The Bronx is
on
that's
1,000.
how
One
Wanders.
on 1,000.
It's that
It might
Wanders,
be on
bro.
1,000.
It's
Every time I see the
Bro.
news, some crazy shit
It's like
happening.
old
Before I
Hempstead.
even look at it, I'm like, yo,
It's
shit
that old
crazy.
Hempstead.
I ain't gonna
Old
lie.
Hempstead.
That's the first thing I
Hempstead
say.
ain't as bad as
They
it
be
is.
like, yo, some shit
Let
happened.
me
I'm
tell
like,
you
that
a
shit's
story.
the Bronx, right?
You gonna see dogs walking
This
around.
how I
White
fuck
people
my
in
credit
Hempstead.
up,
So
and I
what
want
say?
y'all to know this shit, so everybody see me can know this shit. I went to college. When I got to college, I had a motherfucker tell me, "Oh yeah, you can go get this loan over here, and you don't gotta pay it back until you leave school when you graduate." Nigga, I took that shit out every year.
That shit come back right
For
now.
no fucking reason at all.
Yeah, it's coming
I was
back.
buying all kind of shit, motorcycles and shit. What the fuck I'm doing with this shit? Yo, I swear to God, bro, that is the worst thing. And that's something I definitely want to tell children, young kids, when you go to college, yo, don't take out no loan that you don't need.
Do it.
If you don't need no loan, don't take it out. Don't do it just to have money in your pocket. You'll be all right. You'll make it eventually.
You know, based on what you're saying, that only accumulates your DTI higher.
Yeah.
DTI is debt to
That's
income.
income.
Mm.
So a lot of people don't understand
That's
DTI.
income.
You can make $100,000 a year. I could make $65,000 a year, and I live in a better area than you because I have a higher pre-approval than you.
Mhm.
Your debt makes you only live in a certain area,
Yeah.
Mm.
and that's what a lot of people aren't taught. And I feel
Buying
bad.
power.
Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like all my debt
Yo,
right now,
slick like
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm keeping it
Mine.
100. I got a lot of debt, but all my debt is asset debt. Everything I got is asset debt. Yo, bro. Like for instance, I told a guy the other day. I said,
That's
yo, bro,
good debt, by the way.
you take a car. A car is a depreciating asset. In the first 3 years,
Can't
you
win
lose the
with it.
value.
Can't win.
It lose half of the value in the first 3 years. So if you bought it for 100, it's worth 50. After that, the next year 40. Next year 30. By the time you pay that car off, you at like 8 grand, 10 grand.
Mhm.
And now they're giving out 7-year
Yeah, that's a fact.
leases, or finances rather.
Yeah,
That's
finances.
disgusting.
Respect.
Come on. So they're not teaching the mind to understand that economics, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
Right.
Because if you're paying 508 for 70
years.
months,
Yes.
kill yourself.
That's a lot of cash.
Take a gun, boom.
You brought 2 houses, by the way.
So
Yes.
yeah,
Both of these
yes.
houses,
Yes.
by the
So
way.
question.
Yes.
Is it better to lease or finance?
Lease.
With
Hold
business.
on, hold on.
With
Yes! Yes!
2 times in a row. With
See
business.
these two
That's
real
why
estate
you
boys
Yes.
get happy.
Yeah, I got my business shit.
That's
Somebody
why you-
Yo,
told
bro,
me,
you leasing
somebody
in
told me
your-
to put it
you
into my
leasing- bro, you
business
start
because you
LLC.
don't, taxes and none of that shit. I got to.
If you
Right
want my
it
account,
off.
I give you my account number before you leave.
Alright.
And tell her I gave you up. And she gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like say Donna Q. Oh, that's it. Done. She works in my office. She's a beast. She done set my whole life up. I'm good. Yo, bro, I've never had a credit card until I was 30, bro. In my life.
I'm about to get rid of all 3
Now I
of
got
these
$50,000
motherfuckers.
credit. But no, you need credit cards.
Oh,
You
right.
need credit cards.
Oh,
You need credit cards.
You need credit lines.
You have to have it, bro.
To
Right,
get
right.
credit.
And the longer it's open, the more they respect you.
Okay.
Just so you know that.
Yeah, because I had mine for
Yes.
like 10 years.
See,
But you don't. If you close that, you'll be a fool.
But Q was like what you just
I
said.
closed one of them.
Wait, can you rewind
And it
back? You
kinda-
was talking about get the LLC.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now- Most of us-
That I know a little
Most
bit
of
Yo,
about.
she listening.
No, but most of us, we do business, monkey business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to start an LLC in anything you do.
Absolutely.
Because now you're in a different, you're able to write off a lot.
Right.
I write
Limited,
off dinners. I write off everything,
liability,
bro. I write off everything.
Let's
I
know
write
what
off
it
my whole
means.
life.
Limited liability corp.
And now, by you showing
Limited.
profits, now the banks will lend your company. So now it's not on my Social Security. You get something called the EIN.
EIN number.
That's
Yeah, I got
pretty
that,
much
yeah.
a Social
you.
Security for the business. So now as you acquire that, let's say if you have bad credit, now you got, it's like another shot at it.
Right, you got business.
Yes. And then on top of it, I tell everybody, when you purchase a house, every time I purchase a house, I put it in a new corporation. I never put it
Bring
in
it on in.
mine or that. No. Because if you ever sue me, you go all the way after that.
You can't get the property.
Yep.
Right. You can't get the whole
That's
pie.
it.
Can't get the property.
It's teaching.
He gave
Bro,
you real game.
I'm telling you, bro, I've learned so much in the midst of doing what I do.
You've been around the right people.
Yes.
Bring it on in.
But I'm
Bring it
gonna-
on in.
no, let me blow your mind now. I have 10 properties, right? And I can go down my list. I have 47 East Avenue right here on South Freeport. I got 2758 Home and Place in Baldwin. I got one something Washington. I got so many addresses I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna break it down to you. My best deal I caught right now and I'm working on now is in St. Albans. They got something called it's a historical district. It's called Adelaide Park. Talk it.
Adelaide Park.
He knows.
Great. Hold on, great jazz and tennis players and all that from back in the day.
I like this guy, bro.
These motherfuckers
So look.
telling me some shit that's gonna
I
last
caught this
forever.
deal.
That's a great deal.
During COVID, I had 3 deals on the table. I'm an asshole. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the roughest.
I lost
hardest
4 deals.
Right.
If you start seeing my deals, you'd be like, "That's mad work," but I like that
Right.
because that's where your real profit is. I'm getting it for dirt, and I'm able to fix it because I got the funds to put it. I don't need. All I use hard money is to carry me.
Right.
But all my money come out of my pocket. Here's the myth that YouTube does. YouTube tells a lot of people that you don't need money to make to flip houses. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Average person, which me now, I only have to put anywhere from 10 to 15% down on the deal. So let's just run off the average person that never flipped before. 20%. Let's just say 20%. So let's say if it's 300,000. 20% of 300,000 is 60 bands plus closing costs because you got to close it into your name.
Right.
That's 20 bands. That's like, let's say that's 20 for closing. So you add 60 plus 20, that's 80 out of your pocket. Now let's say your carrying cost is $3,000 a month. Every month you got to come out $3,000.
Right.
That's 3,000. Let's say you carry for 10 months. That's 30,000. So 80 plus 30 is what? 110. Let's say your rental is 10. Let's say 100. Where you at? So you got 210 out of pocket. So when they be telling these stories about, oh, you can flip out with that's bullshit.
That's why I be looking at the style when he be
I'm like, give me him. My hard money love me. He loves me.
Right.
But he's making money.
But he only give me 10% down. I only got to put 10% down because of the relationship.
That's good.
But I also made him a lot of money.
Right.
COVID, yo, bro, everybody was in their house. Anybody that watched me on social media, I was fucking shit up during COVID. I was the only dude outside, bro. And guess what? No one's riding around checking houses. I had dudes working during COVID. I'm talking about the beginning. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Right. Yeah, shit, I'm gonna
I
die.
ain't lying. This nigga be on Instagram every morning.
Fuck, yeah.
He in the crib every morning.
I'm gonna go. Shit,
I'm like, let's
I
go.
might as well go with some shit left for my children.
Now, but here's the catch. A lot of people, what I realize is, if I tell you how to get rich in 15 minutes, and I tell you how to get rich in 15 years, 9 out of 10 people buy into the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Because they done pick
It's
time.
bullshit,
They
though.
pick
And
time
you gotta
over
buy
realistic.
service.
Yes, because here's the catch. If I simplify everything and I make it sound simple, a lot of people will believe it.
Yeah.
But if I make it sound hard, they won't.
Not
They
gonna
But
do it.
here's the catch. If you do what's hard, your life will be easy. If you do what's easy, your life always will be hard.
Hard, yeah.
Always. So my theory is, I want what's hard.
He giving y'all game.
Yo, you tell me right now, we going. You ever watch the movie Warriors?
Mm-hmm.
We gonna line up. We about to fight. I'm like, Slim, we big niggas, Slim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we big niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You take that big nigga, I take that big nigga, I take that. I ain't never seen these niggas fight.
Yeah.
They gonna have to screw to me.
Yeah,
They can fight.
no,
That size ain't
definitely,
intimidating me.
definitely,
And that's how I take business.
Right.
I'm not scared
Right.
because I realize that fear, like I tell people all the time, it's 3 things that will always make you become successful. Work hard, save your money, invest. If you work hard, save your money, and you invest, you will ultimately give yourself off the hamster wheel more and more and more and more to the point where you buy back your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I know dudes that make money while they sleep all day, every day. I'm talking about 6 figures every single month. Doing nothing.
That's the point I want to get to.
But here's the thing. That means we got a lot of work.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
one
work.
session. It ain't one
It's
session.
not once. It
definitely
takes
ain't
time.
one
It takes time.
But the
Discipline.
key to that
Say
is
that again. I like that word.
definitely
It is
discipline.
discipline. Discipline.
And sponging. What you just heard. Sponge it up.
Yeah.
Take
We
it
had-
as
The whole
And you
time I've been
implement it
here,
in your
I've been
life.
soaking
Oh,
in
yeah.
all the information.
And you can go watch it. You can go stream it and watch it.
Of course.
No,
Well-
but we had like the closer point. We
Yeah.
had like 2 minutes left with this. I just want to say I want to thank you guys for coming out.
Definitely.
For giving people this information. I want people when you watch this to really understand it and really peep game, really write down what you got to understand because these dudes is giving you a free
They better
game.
give me some
Going
cards.
to life, slick.
got it.
Thank you for the drinks. The drinks were beautiful.
Yo,
And,
amazing. I'm drunk too.
When I first,
Shit.
like I said, when I first started this Smoke and Mirrors with me and my man Ty, shout out to Hush Jones, when we started this, it was like not just to come in here on no music stuff, because everybody was like, yo, do the music, do it. I wanted to make it Smoke and Mirrors to go behind the scenes as far as from real estate to financial literacy to everything that's going on. We want to break through everything that's going on.
I love it.
Move everything out the way as Smoke and Mirrors. We want to know what's really happening. So that's what this is really based on. So I'm glad y'all got to check it out.
let me give them where you can find me.
That's what I was
Definitely
going to say.
important.
I want everybody here to give where they can find you. Even you for the drinks. Everybody go on the table, put your Instagram, whatever, plug your names in where they can find you all at.
IG is on Q Sports, or just say on QP. That's just personal. That ain't really business. You can reach me at Family Matters Realty, Remax Family Matters, I'm also a sports agent, financial planner, advisor. So I get the whole shebang going. 646-201-0323. Only number. I don't have 10 phones. Call the number. You can reach me, text me, whatever. That's really it.
They call me, my Instagram is Q the Boss, QDA Boss 516. I'm a 516 boy, so I'm always going to rep it. QDA Boss 516. 516-325-4272. If your number say scam likely, I'm not answering it.
And you know me, reach me at Worldwide LA 23, everything Worldwide LA 23. And I put both of these Qs together, so when they cut a deal, I do want my 3%. So I'm just putting it out there.
Well, there's certain business you can't give it.
Yo, you can reach me at Slick Chat. You know, I'm just always giving you that info that you need to get through the day. And I talk about real shit, you know, relationships and all that. You know, if you need a little counseling, I'm here for you.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Bella Wonton. You can reach me on my personal page at Bella Wonton on Instagram, and also my business page, Drink Shake Pour. I'm the CEO of a bartending catering company, so you can book us to hire a certified mixologist, mobile bars, champagne walls, bar carts for private events.
We out of here, smoking mirrors.
She's trying to sound sexy.
Yeah.
We gone.
Hi, I'm Bella.
Peace,
Tell you why you talk.
Hush Jones,
She really
Smoking
talk like
Mirrors
this. What up?
podcast.
Sound like
Hush Jones,
DMX
what's up?